I open up the reduction tab and our name bar. If I could only just draw in a 1-0 here. You guys do know what the score is. eLiTeLegend at the 11 o'clock position is our orange Terran, and down here at the 7 o'clock position, or actually 8 o'clock. I'm not great with my clocks just yet. I mean, that's 12, that's 6, that's 3, that's 9. So this is generally, I don't know, 8, 7. 7.5 o'clock is our purple Protoss player, Tyler, who is up 1-0 in this series. So in the last game, eLiTeLegend did go for that fast expand. Let's see if he's going to rethink his strategy and maybe try to cheese back. Crevasse seems to be a mid-sized map. I don't really see a place that you could place your proxies. There's not a good location. It seems to be fairly open and visible. I guess you could kind of put them in a corner here, something of that sort, but the Xel'Naga Vision, these 4 towers, with the line of sight blockers, will definitely give a great degree of vision. If you control all 4, there's no way any proxies can fit in there. And after that, if you're proxying all the way up here, it's just counterproductive. But nonetheless, Tyler coming in here with a fairly early scout. The post-gateway scout, I guess, but his gateway started after his scout had left. Not going to critique his timings because I don't know Masters Level's scout timings, but I do watch quite a lot of Desro and high-level Protoss players. They tend to scout post-gateway. Nonetheless, he just wants to get full vision on what his opponent is doing. There are actually 2 ramps. No, there are not 2 ramps leading into the main. This is a very interesting map because the natural is contained within the main area. So this really promotes fast expansions as long as you can vend this ramp here. There is also destructible debris. So eLiTeLegend decided to choose a very macro-oriented map. I don't really see much rushing being viable here because, I mean, you can't really place proxy 2-gate anywhere, and like I said, none of what Tyler did could really work out with those Xel'Naga towers, which eLiTeLegend will likely try to control, being suspicious from that last game. And so the probe did die. Yes, last game Tyler was able to pick off his opponent's SCV scout. Looks like eLiTeLegend now has returned the favor. He throws down his command center there and is already getting ready for... He's getting into macro mode, trying to actually bring this to the late game, mid game, anything past the 10-ish minute mark, I believe. Yes, that was when the last game ended. My apologies for the sniffling. I sneezed twice during the last game, and that seems to have thrown me off infinitely. Nonetheless, eLiTeLegend popping out 3-4 Marines. I would definitely predict his going tanks or mech or something of that sort to just hold off this ramp against anything of a 4-gate. Because if you are a Protoss player and you are daring to 4-gate a Terran who walled in off one base, this isn't off one base, but you know his main ramp is walled in, and then you see that disgusting animation of a siege tank hitting your force, you cringe, you shiver inside your skin, and you turn your forces back, and you head back home behind in the game and feeling very, very insecure about your ability in StarCraft 2. Because you hit with a strong timing, and tanks are there to completely repel everything. eLiTeLegend does have a bunker, and it's kind of unfavorable to force field this. You have to get your sentries very high up to actually be able to block off SCVs. There's a wide range at which they can access the bunker for repairs. So it does not seem as though Tyler has any intention of rushing this game. He does have his second base. He's a couple harvesters ahead of his opponent, but mules must be taken into account. Not actually sure if they're included in the harvester count. I think they might be after a recent patch. I know they're included in the units tab. Let's see, there's 22 SCVs and 2 mules. Nope, they are not counted actually in the harvester count. So yeah, they do have to be taken into account, and Zapper does raise a good point. What if one of them is stream cheating? Well, there's no cash reward for this, just exposure and bragging rights. So I don't really see the point of cheating unless it was actually a tournament or something of that sort. Which, you know, that's kind of amoral and I guess illegal, but there's no specific law forbidding stream cheating, but you're gaining money through kind of unfair means. Anyways, I'm not going to get into the morality of that. eLiTeLegend is going tanks. He's got a fast armory. So maybe he is going to favor mech play. That is certain. He's already got 2 factories down, 2 bases. But Tyler is going for his third. How much has he scouted? He's only seen this ramp here at the main area. So he does likely know that there are 2 bases. Though no observer yet, he is now getting it, and Zapper says Thor Rush. Not sure the viability of that in TVP. He is now getting a Hellion and a Thor. So I have seen recently a few games in which Hellions were just used to devastating effect against Protoss. You know, they're generally seen as a unit to use against Zerg, but I've seen some Protoss players really suffer as a result of that. eLiTeLegend does scan and is able to pick off the observer. And I think since the Queen buff, Hellions have been less used in TVZ and more used in TVP. But let's see if eLiTeLegend is able to pull anything off. He only does have 1 Hellion. He's now going straight into 2 Thors. He did get his Siege Tech. Only has 1 tank out, though. Tyler has his 3rd base, chronoing out probes. He is just getting himself to full saturation. Only 2 Harvesters ahead, with another observer coming out. He really wants to see the full extent of what his opponent's done or doing, though he may be too late because eLiTeLegend is on the way with 1 Thor, 1 tank, 1 Hellion, a clump of Marines and Marauders. What does Tyler have to defend? Not much. Let's check our army supply. 30 to 22. Sorry, that was a complete mispronunciation. I'm saying Tyler is pulling back to the ramp here at his main, but eLiTeLegend is going to get this free base if he so desires. If he's able to pick it off, that will definitely put him at a huge advantage. He has gotten this 3rd CC building, and Tyler is able to see that. So if eLiTeLegend picks this off and the probes along with it, oh, it seems as though the stream has crashed. I will have to restart that 1 minute. That is odd. The stream's still up, actually. I'm not sure. My apologies for kind of losing focus on the game. It's just, yeah, supposedly it crashed. The 3rd Nexus has gone down, and so eLiTeLegend just kind of hopped in, did his damage, and then hopped out. That's going to put Tyler behind, as he did lose a few probes. Yeah, he's now 2 Harvesters behind. 2 more CCs coming from eLiTeLegend, so he's really taking an economical lead here. Okay, so that's on Zapper's end. My apologies for minimizing it and being anything of an inconvenience to you guys. I was just confirming because I don't want to be talking to nobody. eLiTeLegend is popping up 2 more command centers, so this is kind of Marine King style, which is just play very greedy after 1 advantageous battle. So it may be risky because Tyler seems to be wanting to do some counter pressure. He's got 3 Immortals, a lot of Sentries for Guardian Shield. So Immortals with Guardian Shield and armor upgrades are extremely powerful. So there is now 1 Forge coming from Tyler, but eLiTeLegend's already getting his vehicle plating level 1. Has he gotten his weapons level 1? No. That's interesting. You actually seldom see this. You often just see weapons well, 1, 2, and 3. That's mostly in TvT, though. And he's getting the 250-meter strike cannons. Has he seen the Immortals? I'm not sure the degree to which they are engaged went, because I was minimizing the StarCraft 2 just to check if the stream was still on. So he's not seen the Robo. He may have seen the Immortals. He's going to now with this scan and know his opponent's composition. Tyler reestablishing his 3rd Nexus, getting a Pylon up here, probably going to throw down a couple of cannons. So a Colossus coming from Tyler. Very interesting choice because his opponent has definitely favored mech, though he is now throwing down several Raxes. And I've switched perspectives an awful lot, but he's seen this. So it's a lot about scouting so far this game. Tyler scouted the Raxes, so he predicts eLiTeLegend switch into Bio and is going to go Colossus, which is actually a fantastic idea because that's going to hit eLiTeLegend so hard initially. He has no starports and is just macroing up to... He's now at 3 bases, slightly ahead of Tyler, who's long-distance mining. And double engineering bay getting weapons and armor level 1 for eLiTeLegend's infantry. And look at this, he's just getting 5 Marines at a time. He's got his stim finishing, and his vehicle weapons level 1 also on the way. He is now getting a starport. Has he seen the Colossus Den? No, he's seen nothing. So he's just likely playing, going to get MMM, so that will be very easy for him to tech into not even tech, just switch into Vikings, but it will still cut off his medevac production. He'll be forced to throw down another starport, and it'll take him a while before he can actually get enough medevacs. Plus, there is a Twilight Council coming from Tyler and a 4th Nexus, so Blink will definitely be able to help Tyler if he's able to push eLiTeLegend back a little. He'll be the Blink under the medevacs and just pick them off. So both players here just going in, they're definitely in macro mode and trying to kind of strutting their stuff. We'll be able to see who can win when it goes to late game. Double Robo here from Tyler, very intelligent choice. He's going Colossus out of both. He does have his ranged finished. He's only now getting weapons level 2 now, and has gone for charge. So an interesting choice against. There is a lot of mech here. So the Observer is killed by one of these Lucky Thors. I believe it was this one. And eLiTeLegend is pushing out, so no Zelnaga control for either player. Interesting enough to me. Only one from Tyler, actually. And will he be able to see this push quite soon? There's the Observer moving across towards eLiTeLegend. These rocks are getting. They were just finished there, so eLiTeLegend's just going to push in here towards the natural. And Tyler has his forces at the 4th. And eLiTeLegend just going to push in here. Let's see what Tyler can do in a defense. He does not have his charge. There's one Colossus picked off, and Tyler's going to attack into the siege tank line. A lot of Marines dying now. There's only mech left. Good force fields there from Tyler. One of them actually crushed, though, because don't forget, Thors are massive. There are only Colossus left. The strike cannon is just taking them down, and it looks like eLiTeLegend's going to take this one. He has 3 Thors left. 2 siege tanks. There's the GG from Tyler. So we are at 1-1 now. Tyler's going to pick our next map. So eLiTeLegend picks a macro-favored GSL Crevasse and is able to come out on top decisively. 20,000 score difference. He picked off that 3rd with mech, popped out, and Tyler transitioned into Colossi, predicting Bile, but there were still a number of Thors left over. I definitely think off the double Robo, he should have gone 1 Colossus and 1 Immortal at a time. So